let's talk Unadilla for a second. We haven't even got to it at all, but this weekend, man, Chase Sexton, that is a statement ride. I mean, you just don't do that to Eli Tomac, and he did it, and he took the points lead. Giselle, Kiefer, you've talked about it a lot. That was something else, man. Now, look, was the track? JT was down there with Eli Tomac and mentioned that he was staring through his soul.
He looked through my soul, didn't like what he saw, and we moved on.
Yeah.
But he didn't like that track.
Regardless of not liking the track, Sexton.
I picked Sexton for the win. Washougal and Unadilla just because it fits his riding style, how smooth he is, how ginger you have to roll on the throttle to get rear traction to propel you forward.
Especially the way it was groomed this weekend too, even worse.
Right.
Yeah.
And even when it does get ruddy, there's a base and you got to be smooth on the throttle. But man, having him pass Tomac in both motos, like that is downright impressive. And then not only pass him, I'm not going to say yard him, but he pulled him.
First moto was a yard.
But he pulled him, and he has something going on, which, I talked to the Honda guys and then talked to Trey, and his setup is good. It's not the best thing he's ever ridden, I feel like. It's good, and he's just sticking with what he has. But the bike looked really good. I think it was one of the better-looking bikes, and not just Chase, just the bike itself. It looked really planted. Mm-hmm. And, man, I will say this, and I'll ask you guys this. If Chase wins Buds, I think that's game.
Ooh, I think I agree with you.
Because Tomac will be good at Ironman.
If they go 2-1, 1-2, that's not game.
Okay, I'm saying 1-1.
Yeah.
If he goes 1-1, I think he has enough points to salvage himself through Ironman, because I think Eli will win Ironman.
Well, he'll have 7 points, and then he'll lose 6 at...
He'll gain 1. So you
7.
have back to 1.
And then if Eli sweeps Ironman, it'll be back down to 1 going into Paula.
You guys are ifs and buts too much.
Okay.
Like,
right.
It's dirt bike race.
But they are going 1-2.
They are, but I don't know that you're going to be like, oh, if Chase goes 1-1 let's give Eli a 1-1. Like I'm not there. Like I think it's going to be.
But they got to go 1-2.
Yeah.
I do, but I think it's going to be mixed up.
Right.
I know where you're going is like Fox Raceway is Sexton territory, right? Like it's going to be really tough for Eli to beat him. I don't think it's impossible though. I don't think it's impossible for Eli to beat him.
I don't think so. I don't think it's impossible. I just think it just tips the favor over to him.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
It's damn impressive to see how good he's riding, and he's always been that kind of guy. Like I say, Giselle, because he's beautiful and then shits the runway, right? But there has been no shits lately.
I think Eli's coming out swinging this weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Bud's Creek's going to be soft. It's going to be Eli's kind of track, I feel like.
Eli was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Pissed after the race. I think he really, really didn't like the track. Like, he's like, get me out of here right now.
And he's never been great there, right?
No, he's never won.
Guys are saying,
he's never won on a 450. And I think he didn't like the prep. I don't think he trusted, like, pushing the envelope at all. And I think that's only going to, like, fuel the fire for Bud's Creek. Like, I think he would have a very good chance of winning anyway, but, dude, I think he's coming in hot. That's my prediction. Doesn't mean Sexton can't win or split motos or anything, but I think you're going to see the best Tomac has to offer this coming weekend.
I agree.
It's going to be good. Max, what do you think?
I think Tomac will win Buds. I do. I agree. I don't think he can beat Sexton at Paula.
Yep.
I don't think he can.
Yep.
Because this weekend showed the track conditions were terrible, and like I told JT, I was actually doing something, so I only got to watch brief moments of the race this weekend. I watched the timer more than anything, but it seems like any time that he has to push the uncomfortable envelope, he doesn't do well. And I think Chase is also at a point where he will push uncomfortable.
Where you see edgy, hard-packed tracks is where Eli's not quite as good. I feel like a lot of these teams came into Unadilla with a setup thinking that the track's going to be one way, and I think they all got caught off guard, just kind of like McAdoo said. It's more of a West Coast type track where the bumps were sharp, edgy, and these guys are running stiffer suspension for soft dirt, to less pitching. So I think everyone was kind of chasing their tail, and we just heard before, like, if Eli's setup isn't where he likes it, he hangs back a little bit. He's not going to jack himself, which is smart.
Gilmore's told us that too.
Right,
yeah.
like, I'm just here. I get second. I'll take second place today, but I'm going to rack up the points next race.
I think this is going to be, like, for what you just said about Tomac, I 100% agree, and it's not going to affect him at all. He knows he's going to be strong. If his bike's good, he's ready to go. But I think this gives Chase so much confidence. Like, I can run this dude down.
Yep.
I just did it 3 motos in a row. I can do that.
I think he's had that a couple races ago. I think he's already had that. Yeah.
Chase's starts weren't good this weekend, and he can't keep doing that. Like,
No.
that'll bite you. You can't rip up through the field in 6th and 9th and whatever.
And let's face it, Budds Creek is known for getting bunched up in some of those corners because it's tight and it gets one lined.
Yep.
So
yeah,
you don't want to be in 10th in those situations.
It's awesome. 6 motos to go, 1 point. Really cool series. Great series to watch for sure. Anderson 3-3. He's separating himself now the last 2 races. Been a 3rd place guy, so that's interesting to watch. Ferrandis will get better. Ferrandis, I think, could end up on the box.
Yep.
He's good at Ironman.
I think Ferrandis to be on the box at Ironman.
Yeah.
If these guys stay at this level and continue to push each other, I think it's going to be our best chance to win Motocross of Nations in a really long time.
Yeah.
Really long time.
I would agree with that. Absolutely.
It depends on the prep at Ironman, too, with Tomac, because it's normally deep.
Yep.
Normally, but if it's not.
Well, and it rains there a lot.
And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
it could be a little harder underneath because that place, it has some spots where it gets super deep. It also has some spots where it looks deep and it's not.
Yeah.
So it can be,
Also looking ahead to Budds Creek, Antonio Cairoli
Yeah, he's there.
Yep.
coming in. 5 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be,
Yeah.
he'll be there.
Man, I
Yep.
think he's going to be better.
I would say
You do?
I wouldn't say a podium in a moto is out of the question.
Yeah.
I don't, because it's Anderson's been soaking up that spot, but maybe Ferrandis moves towards it, but it's pretty open.
Right.
and Budds is probably a little closer to his style.
Well, and I think he got a lot accomplished. That's why he went home. Is like I need to be better than this. Like he was pretty frustrated with how he was doing. So I think him coming back, I don't think he would come back unless he was like, okay, I'm better now. Like as far as like I'm going to be more competitive because I don't think he was really enjoying it riding around in 9th.
Right.
Like, I
He
don't
got
think
his feet wet. He knows what it's about. He got some settings. I think he comes back. He's more comfortable.
Yep. And AP's bike his settings are happier. He's happier with his bike. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's been start dependent. Maybe he gets to start Budds Creek.
I mean, he was even claiming it before he got there. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to be way better."
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and I think he could be. I think he could challenge for that 3rd spot.
If he starts getting into that mix with Kenny and Anderson and
Yeah.
Dunge, that's pretty impressive. Although he almost did it this weekend. So
Can Dunge podium before we wrap this up?
I don't think he can because we're getting a better Ferrandis. We got Antonio Cairoli. Is Cairoli just doing Budds? I mean, getting conflicting results.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's doing.
I think he's doing the last 3.
He's not
But
doing
I
Paula.
don't know if
No, I don't
I
think
know
he's
he's
doing
not
Paula.
doing Paula.
Yeah,
I
no.
think he's doing two of the
know.
last
Right.
3.
Okay. I want to see it happen, but I don't like the odds. Dunge.
Dungey?
Podium.
Washougal was the moment. It's definitely possible. If you continue to put yourself in a good position, things can happen. But to me, Washougal was like, that was the one.
Yeah.
Whole shot, a track you're just incredibly good at, always have been great at. It was there. That was the day.
You don't think he can do it at Budds?
I don't want to say he can't.
If
Yeah.
he gets a
He
start,
definitely can.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, no one can say that.
But it's going to be very, very difficult. I would say that. Ferrandis, I think, is going to be a lot better.
how did he do an Ironman in the past?
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he was good.
But Washougal was like the breakout track for him
Yeah, he
always,
was-
and then he gets a whole shot on top of it. It was like everything was set up perfectly to do it.
What happened to Ryder D? Second moto, JT.
Crashed.
He crashed.
Got a rock in the shoulder, I
Yeah.
guess, is what they
Okay.
said, and pulled off. So
Well, he was already last.
Yeah.
He crashed on the first lap, was last, and then he was catching up. He got up to like 17th, and then took a rock heavy, and then was pulled off.
Speaking of 250 class, Joe got a second win of the year. Jet had a horrible day, lost 2 points. So things are rolling
2
along
points,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, tough deal for Hunter and everybody else. And I guess Cooper's back because, like we talked about earlier, he was getting first or second that
You want to
second.
shit on him and blow him out some more?
Yeah. I guess he's back. And he's got starts, and Budds Creek is a good start. If you get starts at Budds, you could run away for all the reasons you talked about.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be something?
He's so good at time qualifying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Did you see? I know you were
No
hungover and
Yeah.
asleep, but his lap time and time it's
Was
just
it
like
good?
you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Who, Coop?
Yeah, and then Jet did end up getting it in the second one. Like he came back, but like the first practice, everybody was like 216-ish, and then Cooper comes in, or 217. Cooper comes in with a 214. You're just like,
yeah. You're like,
wait, what? And then Jet's last lap of the last practice was insane, but like it blows me away every week how Cooper can do that.
yeah, I think it's lower now, but at one point he had 50% pole position stats.
Yeah, no, I report on that at Spring Creek.
Yeah.
It was, God, I should know the stat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something like 25 out of 56 or something like that.
Yep.
Right here, he's got 2 hole shots too. So
Yeah, he was
1-1.
He was first to
Someone
finish
claim
on
the
both-
bike.
Both laps.
Let's claim it.
Claim it. I'm going to go there this weekend with 17.5.
Hey, we should give a shout out to Voland.
It's been good.
He
Yep.
did ride
He's getting
well.
better.
Been better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
absolutely. No, that's really good. And then looking ahead to Budds Creek, who do we got winning? Who do we got winning both class? Let's nail this down a little bit.
I'll take Jetson Lawrence
Yep.
to win the 250 class.
Mm-hmm.
That track is very similar to what he rides on every single day, and I think he's due. And then I guess I go Tomac. I really think he's going to come out like you're going to see the best Eli Tomac that he's got. If that's not good enough, so be it.
Yeah.
Maybe Sexton's just too good now, but I think you're going to get the best version of him.
I agree with that. It's easy to say it. And I really do think Tomac and Jet will win. Yeah, it's
I'm going to say Tomac, but if let's say Jet has a problem like last week, I'm going to say RJ Hampshire wins Budds.
he's won before Budds, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
I was actually going to say Tomac and RJ.
Oh, you were?
as well.
Yeah.
I think RJ's headed in a good way. I think RJ can do it at
I don't
Budds.
think he's
I
happy
just
with
don't
that
think
bike.
I just don't think RJ's he's not clean enough right now.
Yeah.
Like his whole package is not clean enough.
When has
it's
it
either-
ever been, though?
Right, but I'm not going to pick him to win because of it. Like it's like good start, bad start, crash, don't crash. I just like there's too many good guys right now. Too many good guys right now.
Yeah. Yeah, should be interesting to watch for sure.